about the importance of this church and my church family, I said yes. No way do I want anyone to misunderstand what may come out of my mouth. I don't know what anybody's pocketbook is, and I don't want to know. Pastor Nizzi gave me this wonderful little cheat sheet. Well, I'm not using it. I am using a couple of things. It says to introduce myself. I'm Jean Bruck, and this person here tags along with me. I keep trying to give them away, but nobody takes them. This is my husband, Alan, and he's a wonderful person. Unlike so many people nowadays, I grew up in a church. I didn't know that I went to the City Church until I came here. Evidently, when I was growing up, there were some people in the church that thought the building was theirs. That's one reason I'm here now. But back in the good old days, the church was the meeting place, a place for women to go, because not so many women worked. It's different now. Church is different now. They tell me sometimes that the church is only big as your parking lot. Well, we have a 2-car driveway. And if I forget to say a word, he's going to fill it in. I'm getting old. We have a 2-car driveway. Look at the people here. There's many of us. I've heard that we should go half-time with the minister. Well, that means we only get a half-time minister. And you never go back to a full-time minister. The other step is to a quarter-time. And we don't want to lose that, ever. We want a full-time minister. Because full-time ministers don't just work 40 hours a week. One of the reasons I love this church, and we come from Lynn, I got a beautiful church 5 minutes from my house in Lynn, is because of the people in this church. You are absolutely my family. I'm going to say that again. You are absolutely my family, each and every one of you. I come to church here. Once in a while, I get little gifts. We spend our time in Florida. We get little goodie packages. Or we get a copy of the bulletin from Beulah. I get cards from people in the church that I might have done something as little as giving them a ride to church. You mean so much to Ellen and I. In the early years when you first married, you don't have very much unless you're wealthy to begin with. You scrape money to go to church, to give what you can. And when you can't give a monetary amount, you give your other gifts to the church. We have a lot of endowments. Yeah, they don't pay the bills. A lot of them we can't touch, and we don't want to because that leads to disaster. I'd like all of you who have either merged with a church or come from a closed church. Raise your hand. That's quite a few of us. I don't want this church to close under any circumstances. We still have youth, a lot of youth. We need to encourage other people to join us. We need to encourage the children. If you can afford even just a little bit each week to increase your pledge, even if it's pocket change, instruct your children to give a monetary amount that they may get. It's important. It's important for us to be out there so people can see us. We're great in mission right now. Our mission is wonderful. We have the Methodist women. Excuse me, my mouth is getting dry. Please. I challenge the men of this church to join, to start United Methodist Men. We're having a ball, us women, and you men are missing out. Excuse me. I take medicine that drives me out. Men, you can have as much fun as we're having. When you meet together, you pray together, you talk together, you laugh together, you cry together. We are a family. One of the things that on this list was, what is your favorite Bible story? Well, mine was always Noah's Ark, because I taught Sunday school for 32 years at the City Church. I've changed that story just recently. That story that changed me has changed my life, totally. It's the story of Elizabeth. At United Methodist Women, Elizabeth